undervalued Pokemon cards in the year
2025.
Emotional, damn it!
Ladies and gentlemen, if even one viewer suggests a video idea, hey, you should do this video, I immediately say, hey, thank you very much for the video idea, I'll look into that. And then I immediately forget and I move on with my life. However, if two people, if you double that number, and if two people, especially in one weekend, ask for a video topic as the same video, then automatically, you bet your ass I'm gonna do that video. Undervalued Pokemon singles in the year 2025. Okay, this is a very dangerous topic. I'm the guy who a month ago told you nothing in the Scarlet and Violet era will hit MSRP ever again. And I'm the guy who like 2 weeks ago told you Deaths and Rivals booster boxes will never hit $250 MSRP ever again. Well, now I'm the guy who's going to tell you a whole bunch of cards that are at all-time highs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. In tonight's video, I am going to do my best to give you the most undervalued raw Pokemon cards in Pokepocalypse 2025, and I'm even gonna start off with Vintage, an entire subset of Vintage that I think has never been manipulated, that is not worth near enough, and once that stuff goes, it's gone. So if you're looking for some very, very high-end Vintage cards to collect that do not cost near as much as they're gonna cost in the future, we're gonna start off with that as well. But yeah, undervalued cards that are not worth near enough. Here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting out tonight's video with Prime cards. Beginning in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver era, I believe this entire subset of vintage Pokemon cards is vastly untapped, unabused, unmanipulated, unprimed, if you will. Gengar Prime, the Premier Prime, is only, and we are talking only $250. This is one of the most popular Gengar cards of all time, and in 2025, for it to only be worth $250 raw, Umbreon Prime from Undaunted, Mew. Look at how many listings are available. We have 4, 1, out of stock, 2, 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, out of stock, 1, 2, 8, 8, wow, 8 whole listings. Wow, 1, 8, 1, 3, 9. These cards, here's the thing, guys, and this is why I say this all the time. In the Pokemon, in this niche, near mint makes the biggest difference in the world, and if you are watching this video for the sake of making money, well, check this out right here and now. If someone trades a Prime card into some random card shop, they are going to credit them 70-80% on TCG Player. It is possible that you can walk into a card shop right here and now in the year 2025 into some random card shop in some small town, big town, anywhere across America, and they could very possibly be selling any one of these Prime cards literally in near mint, like near mint at the prices you see on screen. Why I'm getting to the near mint and prices you see on screen, these cards, if you can find any one of these Prime cards at these TCG Player listed prices, and they are actually near mint, if they actually have a shot at a 10 and you do not buy it, I'm sorry, you are missing out on some massive potential gains, okay? Near mint, so hard to come across when it comes to vintage. The Prime cards at these price points, if you can find any of them at these price points in near mint, that is your best investment singular raw Pokemon card purchase ever. If that thing gets a 10, please send me a message saying, oh my god, thank you. In a 10, it is worth literally 10 to 20x what I paid for it raw. So right off the bat, right here and now, I think Prime cards are the future when it comes to untapped vintage subsets that have a ton of room to grow. Alright, here we go. A bunch of these cards are ultra modern and they're at all-time highs. So for me to tell you they ain't high enough, this is borderline crazy as far as Poketuber content is concerned. So here we go. Pikachu, Crown Zenith Secret Rare. This card, look at this 1-year chart, okay? That is a 1-year high, and if you take the first week of release out of the scenario, it's an all-time high, okay? And so am I telling you that $25, $27, $30 is not enough for Secret Rare Pikachu from Crown Zenith. Yeah, somehow I think I am. I think this yellow border, it's already doing way better than a lot of the silver borders. And as time goes on and time continues to go on, this card is going to keep getting closer and closer to its all-time high of literally like $100. Do I think it's a $100 card? Hell no. But do I think it could be a $40 or $50 card someday rather easily? Hell yeah. And it's got 31 listings available as low as $29. And for the longest time, and especially a long time that you can't see, it was an $8 card. All-time high, essentially, right now, and I'm saying it's still not enough. Moving along, not going too far, Crown Zenith, we are talking about the Mew, okay? This actually is a legitimate all-time high. This card was not ever even at release this high. It is $27. It is up almost 400% on the 1-year chart. I am still telling you, is not enough, okay? This whole video, let me go back real quick. Transparency time. Every single one of these Prime cards, I don't own a single one of them. I just wanted to make a really good video that had a little bit of something for everyone, including a little bit of vintage. So in this page here, this is not me pumping my own cards. The rest of this video, you bet your ass, it's me pumping my own card. This right here, Starmie, this is a $96 trainer gallery. I'm telling you, it ain't enough. The days of no trainer galleries being worth over $100, well, first of all, this has a high of about 108? Yeah. 108 is Starmie's high. There's going to come a day where that's just going to be typical, and this card is going to be leading the way. I think Starmie V from Astral Radiance is a future $100 permanent trainer gallery card right here of all the trainer galleries. You can bet your ass this one's going to shoot up one day overnight, and it'll be 120 bucks, and you'll never look back, and you'll be like, dang, wish I would have got my Starmie V for under $100. Moving along. We have the Mew from Celebrations. Every single one of these cards, I have a story, a reason, an explanation, a personal experience, whatever related to why I think they're not worth enough. Mew Celebrations. This card for an eternity was $20 to $30. So right here, you can even see it on the 1 year. Yep. You can go back 2 or 3 more years. All you'll see since Celebrations released basically is a $22 to $35 Gold Celebrations Mew Secret Rare, okay? So the fact that it is $50 right here is a massive all-time high. This card just went from $40, which it has been a couple times in the past. It's tapped 40. It just shot up to 50. I'm telling you, that ain't high enough. This is a 60, 70, depending on what certain people do with it. The point is, you have 32 listings available, and this used to have way more listings. Celebrations is now like $20-some a pack. Mew, finally, overdue. This card is not done, even at $53. I know, crazy, right? Speaking of Celebrations, right here, Shining Magikarp, Rayquaza has passed it up, many other cards, Umbreon has passed it up, Charizard is obviously still more, but this card is now, let's check this out, at a serious all-time high. And yeah, I own 3 of these, by the way, sorry. I own 3 of these, so it's at $38. It's an all-time high. It's 330%, and I'm telling you, I don't think it's enough. Even when every Celebration single was cheap as hell, this one still was never really that cheap. Seriously, this one was always, you know, 8, 9, 10, okay. $8, that's the lowest I ever seen it on the 1 year. So I think this is about as good as it get, because I seen this higher than $8 before a year ago. I seen this up at 12 and 15. Moving along, Shiny Magikarp is not done. What? A card that gets manipulated all the time? Well, I gotta be honest with you. I'm honest with you guys in a lot of different ways. I'm honest with you when I love a card, and even when that card is manipulated, I'm honest with you and I tell you it's about to drop right back down. When Journey Together came out, I told you, Wailord, I love this card. This card's going to do great. It has the crutch of being from a tiny set, so there's going to be 500 copies available, and there's going to be another 500 copies available. So it's going to take a long time and a lot of organic love for this card to go up in value. So when it shot from 13 to whatever, it says 22, whatever. I told you immediately, as much as I love this card, it's still going to go back down to $15. Here we are 2 weeks later, it's at $16. I'm still telling you, with all that said, this is going to be a $25 to $30 IR someday, and it's going to somehow beat the fact that it's in Journey Together, and it's still going to increase in value over time, even with all the manipulation failures over and over again. And you see right here, it has 137 listings available, not 400 or 500 any longer. Okay, moving along. Arcues V, here's another very recent all-time high, and again, I'm telling you, it's not enough. This isn't me telling you to buy into FOMO. This is me choosing cards that I think have been undervalued for a while. So real quick, I think the yellow border Mew, I'm not telling you to buy into this FOMO. I'm telling you this is value catching up for the love of the card. So that, I'm not saying buy into FOMO. I'm saying these were undervalued, and now get them before it's too late. That is literally the way I'm viewing these all-time high cards. Starmie V. I'm not saying buy into this FOMO. I'm saying get your Starmie V for under 100 while you still have a chance. You understand? You catch my drift? Mew, highly undervalued for years and years and years. It's at 50 bucks. Get it now while you still have your chance. That is what I'm saying here. Okay, so Shining Magikarp, bang, same thing. Alright, Arcues V, right here. You had so much opportunity to get this promo. For nothing. Nothing. You had so much. I told you guys about it all the time when it was down here. I told you guys $12. I told you when it was 13. I told you when it was 16. I told you this is a great promo. And guess what? Now it's $35. Guess what? I'm telling you, it ain't done. This box is a late Sword and Shield promo box, but it has some really good packs in it. Arcues V right here. We have 37 listings available. I'm telling you, this promo is not done, as crazy as that sounds. What am I doing? I am freaking crazy making this video. Roaring Moon EX SIR from the Rift, okay? This is the 1 year. There is a massive manipulation down spike there you got to forget about. This card is severely undervalued. This is one of those cards. A lot of people, the amount of people that say they love Roaring Moon, they love this card, they love Paradox Rift, eventually that is going to catch up. And sometimes all it takes is one dude to make it happen. Roaring Moon at $40, there will come a day where this might even... I'm not saying it's passing Groudon. I'm just saying it has been beat down for so long. I don't think it's going to keep getting beat down. I think Roaring Moon EX SIR will eventually start uptrending back towards that $70 range, where it really stayed for a very long time before struggling over the last year and a half. Roaring Moon EX SIR Paradox Rift, highly undervalued SIR. Maushold Paldea, look at this, guys. This is an all-time high illustration rare, and I'm telling you, ain't high enough. So Maushold over the last year, I've been doing hottest cards of the week. I've seen a ton of interest, a ton of volume in this card. Even more so than T-Tar and Raichu. T-Tar and Raichu never moving. This thing's always moving right here, right? This thing seems to have a lot more interest, a lot more just stuff going on than some of those other non-Magikarp Paldea IRs. And I could easily see Maushold IR becoming a $40 plus illustration rare permanently, a lot like you're seeing Ghastly from Temporal Forces. Okay, because yeah, it's becoming a $40 plus IR permanently all of a sudden. I'm seeing the same out of Maushold from Paldea at $38. If you drop $40 on a near mint Maushold, I don't think you're going to be kicking yourself too hard at all. Alright, get Maushold while you can get your Maushold. Celebi V from Fusion Strike! Yeah, I did it. I didn't do it last video. I paused. I'll do it this video. Celebi V, Fusion Strike. Speaking of cards that for years were undervalued, and TCG player, please start doing 5-year charts. This is getting stupid. This is so stupid that you only have 1-year charts. But for years, this was a $20 to $30 card. It is now at its, man, what do you want to call it? Its all-time high is 67. It's uptrending. I'm telling you, it's going to beat 67. 67, it's not even. It's 13 away from 67. I'm telling you, even 67 ain't enough. This is a future $75, $80, $90 alt art from Fusion Strike. Way too undervalued for way too long. And we do have 50 listings available for $60 minimum. Suicune V. We got more Crown Zenith on here, guys. So Crown Zenith, I'm going to show you the 1 year real quick. If you see some wah, 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 but then if you take that away, you see gradual uptrend. You see that gradual uptrend without the wah, wah, wah. So there you go. Suicune V, this is one of my favorite cards of all time, let alone Crown Zenith. And I know y'all love Pokebeard, okay? Pokebeard loves this card too. If Mimic Brew and Pokebeard are obsessed with a card, that's all I have to say. I don't know. Yeah, that's my, yeah, exactly. So there you go. Suicune V, future $8,000 raw Crown Zenith single. Just kidding. But yeah, this card right here, you see it at 35 bucks. I'm telling you, this is a $50 card. Very, very soon. This is a $50 card right here, okay? Bang, moving along. Alakazam EX Fates Collide, the secret rare. This is a card I do not own. Shit. I traded in a copy. I pulled, not know. Okay, look, Fates Collide, when I pulled this card like 4 or 5 years ago, this card was worth $18. No one cared about Fates Collide, and it wasn't near mint. I traded and I got like 20 bucks for it a couple years ago. I didn't even realize there was an Umbreon cameo until like years after I pulled this card. But Fates Collide, the secret rare, Alakazam EX. So this is almost at its all-time high. It's making its way back up there. It's 110, or sorry, the all-time high is 110, but its market price is 99 right now. I'm telling you that this card from the X and Y era, for a non-Charizard, Blastoise, Kanto, whatever, this card is going to do exceptionally well, continue to do exceptionally well over time. This is a terribly printed card. I think the PSA 10 is worth quite a lot. Alakazam EX from Fates Collide. This is a massively cool secret rare to pull from a not so fantastic set, to be honest. So way more upside in the future for Alakazam EX. Moving along. Iono from Paldea. This card, talk about beat down cards that have a ton of upside, okay? This is at an all-time low. I've been talking about cards that are at all-time highs, telling you should still buy them. Let's make it easy on myself. Let's talk about an all-time low. Iono. This card was $160 upon release. I know, because I pulled it and I sold it the night before release for $165. And now we're at well over $100 less than that, with a lot of the IRs getting a lot more of the publicity than Iono in the SIR right here. So what I'm telling you is that Iono, I've said it a million times, looking back on the SV era, Iono is going to be one of the most popular newer trainers, period. And I think a lot of Iono cards in general, comparable to like a Cynthia scenario, will do well over time. I think Paldea Evolved, Iono, SIR, this card has all upside in front of it. And on top of it, it's a very beautiful, fun card. Yes, $50. No. Iono is going to be worth way more. Mew V, another Fusion Strike. We got a lot of Fusion Strike on here. Mew V Alt Art. This is another one that for the Vs, it was lower tier, not near as expensive, especially for a Mew. Depending on whether you like this card or not, I think it grows on you. I do own this card, and I think 70 bucks, let's see, with a high of 80, I think it's got more room to grow. I think Mew V, Fusion Strike, future $100 Alt Art all day, easy. This and the Celebi V, both of those Vs, way too undervalued for years upon years. Basically at its all-time high. Not near enough. Moving along. Galarian. Okay, guys, yes, I own 20 copies of this card, but why? Did I accidentally, or did I think it was going to go up in value? The point is, I thought it was going to go up in value, so I bought a lot of them. And so here we are at $10. Let's look at this all-time high right here. Our all-time high was recently 15 and 14 and 15. And yes, that is part of the reason I own so many of them, because I like spending a little bit of money on cards that go up in value over time. Whoa, who would have thought? So yeah, 10 bucks, I'm telling you this card is going to be worth 20 bucks someday. Am I pumping my own stuff? Maybe, but again, I like cards that go up in value. Sorry. Radiant Eevee, Sword and Shield promo. A lot of you that watch Hottest Cards of the Week, you know I've been mentioning these cards for years. For not years, but like months and almost kind of years. So a lot of these, you already know I'm not bullshitting you. You already know I love these cards. You already know I own these cards. And I'm putting my money, whatever, mouth, reputation, where it is. And I'm telling you, a lot of these still aren't worth enough. Radiant Eevee from Pokemon Go, the promo right here. Look at this. This right now is at $15 with a high of $16.30. I'm telling you, this is a future $20 easy Eevee promo, easy, 20 bucks, easy. And I have this 2 copies in English and a copy in Japanese. Moving along, Dragapult Prime. These two, okay, so I have two Dragapult Prime Celebrations collection boxes. The crazy thing about that is I bought both of them for $30 like not even 3 or 4 months ago at a card show, and guess what? The box is like doubled like instantly. I think the next week the box is worth like 60 bucks each. Point is, primes, like I said at the beginning of the video, primes are primed to have nothing but goodness ahead of them. Dragapult Prime, the newest prime, it's not a reprint, it's the only Dragapult Prime, and right now it is at $6.21, and it was like $1.20 not too long ago. I'm telling you, Dragapult Prime undervalued. Future $10, $15, $20 promo. What is this? This is a Victini from Black Bolt and White Flare. Now we are going to get into groupings. Those were all individual cards that were either at all-time highs or super high value, and I said it's just still not enough. Now we're going to get into some lower value stuff that I think is deeply undervalued and not pumped yet. So right here, in this category, we're going illustration rares that are super cheap, that are promos. So Victini, Scarlet and Violet illustration rare. This is $7.50. This just came out. People loved the box. I'm telling you, this is a future $15 or $20 promo. Bang, bang. We're just going to move along right now and get to the next one. King Gambit right here. This is a $2.50 promo. I'm telling you right here now, this is a future 5 to 10, who knows, dollar promo. Illustration rare promo. Can't go wrong. Investing in near copies of this at $2.50. Got the tail, and to some extent the Reuniclus, both the sticker collections, whatever, from Black Bolt and White Flare. The point is, they are illustration rare promos. There's not a lot of them, okay? And $1.87. This card is a future $5 illustration rare promo, and who knows what the PSA 10 will get you. Point is, you are risking very little and potentially getting a lot. There it is. $2 illustration rare promo. Cheap illustration rare promos was the point. Now we are going to get into Cosmofoil promos from the Scarlet and Violet. Cosmofoil. These things aren't worth anything. This one worth $2.50 is like rare for these. A lot of these are worth 50 cents, 60 cents, $1, literally. So, Sylveon, Cosmofoil promo. You have 73 listings. It's worth $250. What you can't see in this photo is how beautiful the Cosmofoil is. And this Sylveon is just a beautiful, simple, clean Scarlet and Violet era Cosmofoil promo with Sylveon. I think you can do very well investing in that. And what is it? It's Cosmofoil plus popular Pokemon. That's what we're going for here. Scarlet and Violet, same thing. Is this Twilight Masquerade? I forget. I don't remember. But it's a Snorlax Scarlet and Violet Cosmofoil promo. And it is $2.45. And a lot of these are going to be worth pennies, like $1, you know, whatever. So these are just bulk promos 2 years ago no one cared about, whatever. Here's another popular Cosmofoil promo that's worth nothing. It's worth $1.50. Yep, 72 listings available. So a lot of these Cosmofoil promos I'm getting at, not all of them. I'm just saying popular, good-looking ones. Popular Pokemon, good-looking ones. You bet your ass I have a shit ton of all of those that I just showed you. And do I think they're going to be worth $10, $20, $30? No. But I do think they are solid, very low entry cards. Very speculative, but very beautiful promo cards that could pop off in a few years. Absolutely. Especially with the more popular characters such as Eevee. So here we go. Latias, for example. I got way too many of these. I think this is Surging Sparks. Was it Surging or Stellar Crown? It was either Surging Sparks or Stellar Crown. I got so many of these, right? Point is, it's $1.39. It's worth nothing, right? And it was worth 75 cents. These are the kind of, you know, you get a lot of these, and then a few years you look back, it's $4 or $5. You're like, wow, the multiplier is massive. You have a bunch of PSA 10 slabs of these. Maybe you're making a lot of money off a very small investment right here and now. And again, these are a few years down the road. We are forward looking. I'm going to be in this hobby for a long time, so I'm stacking cards now for like 5-6 years down the road that I might not even grade for 5-6 years down the road. And cards like Cosmofoil promos that aren't worth shit, yeah, I'm stacking these and I'm keeping them safe for a few years down the road. Growlithe, Cosmofoil promo right here. This is from Paldea. This one has an error version. Look at this. I'm telling you, this is 50 cents. This is the kind of easy investing where you're risking very little with a lot of upside. All it takes is for one of these Scarlet and Violet promos, like the Snorlax or Eevee, to pop off, and it pays for all of them, because all of them you paid hardly anything for. Then one of them quadruples 10x's, and it pays for everything. All right, so there we go. Scarlet and Violet promos that are dirt cheap, that have massive potential. That was that category. Now we are going to get into basically Sword and Shield pre-release stamped cards. Okay, here we go. Bang. So, first of all, I'm going to show you a couple just straight up that I'm talking about. So, right here, we have Machamp, Lost Origin. Yeah, this is a stamped, popular Pokemon Sword and Shield pre-release promo, okay? And it's coming in at 92 cents for Machamp, Lost Origin, with a low of 47 cents. Okay, cards like this, popular Pokemon, popular Sword and Shield stamp. It doesn't even have to be a popular, it just has to have a stamp on it and be a kind of popular Pokemon. That's what we're going for here. You saw 92 cents, even that was up almost 100% on the year. Well, look at this. I just bought this yesterday, sealed, for like $4. Latias Fusion Strike, right here, $2.60, and even that's up 100%. Let me show you these cards' potential right here and now. Machamp, Latias, cards like this, popular Pokemon with popular set stamps on them, pre-release. Look at this. Here's another one real quick before we get to the examples. Cresselia from Chilling Reign. What is this worth? $1.38. It's a beautiful card with a beautiful stamp. Imagine this in a Gem and 10 slab. I'm just saying right there. Okay, now let me show you some that have actually kind of popped off. Okay, well, this one's right in the middle of it. It's Articuno from Evolving Skies, and it's $5.82. You know, not crazy, but it's working its way up. Here's what I'm trying to get at. Oh, right here. No, $8. Galarian Moltres, okay. With a high of 13, it's whatever. Is this what I'm getting at? This is what I'm getting at. Darkness Blaze Kangaskhan, double digits, $11. Moltres, Brilliant Stars. Look at this. Boom, $16. Right there. Let's go to the 1 month. It was $9 a month ago. It's almost doubled in price. Moltres, Brilliant Stars, and guess what? Gengar, Lost Origin. Look at that. That's the 6 month chart. Let's look at the 1 month. On the 1 month, it is from 8 to, it's literally more than doubled. So I'm using the Gengar and the Moltres to show you an example of what potential these kind of cards have in their future. Any of these semi-popular Pokemon with a set stamp on them that is under $5, there's a shot it could be a $15 or $20 card here, okay? And these historically are all $1, $2, $3 cards. Start looking in to the pre-release Sword and Shield, because we already saw what's happening with Destined Rivals, Journey Together, and a lot of these other pre-release promos, okay? A lot of these are super duper undervalued and will catch good prices in PSA 10s. Okay, and we are now... Oh, look at the Lugia. This Lugia from Vivid Voltage. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look how beautiful this is. And guess what? A year ago, it was already pretty pricey. Went down to 13, 14. Now it's up to 18. This is probably going to be $20 here shortly, okay? Cards like this. Popular Pokemon, nice stamp. You're paying a very little, and you got a huge amount of upside. That's what I'm talking about right there. Think pre-release promos that aren't expensive already. Okay, and now we are going to end. We are almost done. Oh, there's another one. Snorlax Vivid Voltage. Look at this. That's another example right there. $10, $15. I bet you this has a lot more room to grow. I'm just saying it right there. And no one even likes Vivid Voltage. People love promos. People love Snorlax. People love stamps. There it is, right? There's another one that's worked out. Okay, now, right here. I don't own any of these, so I just wanted to end with this because I don't. Almost everything in this video, except for the primes, I own. Like all the cards we just talked about, except for the Alakazam from Fates Collide, which I traded in my only copy, I own all these. I do not own the Vaporeon VMAX Premium Collection box promos, all 6 of them. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Vaporeon VMAX right here, Vaporeon V, Jolteon VMAX, Jolteon V, Flareon V, and Flareon VMAX. I don't own any of these, okay? And I'm still telling you, I think all of these, even more so than the 3 Charizards from the Charizard UPC, are all future $100 promos. The Charizard UPC, as good as these are, the Sleepy V fighting the Mewtwo and the Godzilla Zard, the Charizard UPC was inevitably printed exceptionally more than the 3 VMAX collection boxes. It is known thing. The Charizard UPC massively printed. The VMAX collection boxes, to some extent, I would say not as much, okay? And those are 3 different boxes, 3 different like price points. Cost way more to get these 6 promos than it would to get the 3 Charizard promos out of one box. So as good as I think the Charizard UPC promos would do, I think the Vaporeon, the Jolteon, and the Flareon collection VMAX promo boxes. I think these are all future $100 cards. And no, I do not own any of them. All right, that's it. All right, there you go. There it is. Now, the real question is, a year from now, will I look back and see how right or wrong I was about all these predictions? It's going to be very interesting just to see what Pokemon cards this hobby is even like a year from now. I will do my best, actually, to go back, see if I was right or wrong. The point is, I like making videos where I'm actually saying something semi-impactful, not just echo chambering other people. And, you know, I feel very strongly about the cards I talk positively about. And over the last year and a half, my track record, you know, has been pretty solid. But then again, it is like the craziest time ever in Pokemon history. Like 2025, this might even be crazier than 1999. And in 1999, it was just, you know, fun. It wasn't necessarily all about the money. Whereas now it's all about the money. Everything's different. Everything sucks now. But there are people who want to continue to invest regardless, who just accept things for the way they are and are still looking to get into singles, even if they are expensive. And so, yeah, was I right? Was I wrong? We'll find out. But hey, at least I'm putting myself out there. All right, see you guys Thursday.
Deuces.
Teaching strategies while the synths do their sting through the wild grass to tall city walls. Mimic Brew's the name on everybody's calls. Mimic Brew has got the groove. Pokemon dreams he'll make.